Israeli startup shakes up the formula market with plant-based milk.
Carnists will try to befriend you. They'll try to say, the vegan ideology, you've been brainwashed, come over here. That's brainwashing. That is the actual brainwashing.
Whoa! Because it's better than the real thing, guys. What's better than real life? Fake life, right? What's better than real human contact? What's better than real human relationships? Fake relationships. Hey, what's better than real milk? You guessed it. Fake ass plant-based milk, right? Just like we all know that fake plant-based cheese is better than real cheese. Why is it better? Well, because the marketing tells us it's better, right? The good grown-ups on the TV, they tell us that it's more sustainable. It's better for the planet. It's better for your health because it doesn't have those nasty things like saturated fat and cholesterol. The stuff that your brain's made out of, the stuff that your whole central nervous system is made out of, the stuff that if you're deficient in it, your body will consume the stores of it that it already has. Or if you're deficient in cholesterol, extremely deficient in cholesterol, your body's going to catabolize itself. You will start catabolizing tissue, including nerve tissue. Right? The myelin sheaths require cholesterol. We need cholesterol to live, but no. You got to get rid of that stuff. All the foods that have cholesterol, those are bad. Those are all unsustainable. And as we learned a few weeks ago, milk is mean. It's super mean and it's racist. Most importantly, that the worst thing you could ever be is racist, and milk is racist. Right? The science has spoken, the experts have spoken, but fake milk is good. Okay, Israeli startup shakes up the formula market with plant-based milk for toddlers. Prize-winning business and healthcare journalist Robin D. Schatz. Thank you. Great name, by the way, Robin D. Schatz. Robin D. Schatz has shat out another great, hard-hitting piece of journalism for Forbes. Talking about this Israeli company making plant-based fake milk. But don't worry, it's dairy-free, soy-free, gluten-free, corn syrup-free, and non-GMO. While mom and dad sip their oat milk lattes at the local coffee bar, they may well be fretting over what's in their toddler's bottle. While many toddlers can't tolerate cow's milk or soy products, it hasn't been easy for discerning parents to find a formula that is both clean label, what the hell is clean label? Clean label and plant-based, without GMOs, corn syrup, or harsh chemical processing. Perhaps until now. 3 Israeli veterans of the infant nutrition business are offering something else, as they say on their website. Wow. You seeing what I'm saying? Well, as usual, this ain't journalism. This is not journalism. This is a press release. This is a press release paid for by this company, Else, and Forbes ran it. But look, it's organic. It has 5 grams of protein, 30% of a child's daily calcium requirement, and just 3 grams of sugar. Oh, it's so great. We've never...
How dare you? How dare humanity as a species, the most destructive, the horriblest, the cruelest species that has ever walked on planet Earth.
The horriblest. The most horriblest. How dare you? So we can't have our milk. We can't have our animals. We can't have anything, right? We can't get in groups with each other. We're so bad for each other. We're so bad for the planet. This is the programming. Fake milk product. Now remember these formulas, these milks. Nestle and these huge transnational corporations, they came into third world countries that are in states of their economy and of what they call the development of their economy behind the so-called developed world, the not industrialized nations. They go into these places, they go into Africa, they go into South America, they go into Central America, and Nestle will give the formula to mothers for free. Right? The doctors will gift it. Here's 2 weeks supply of this formula for your child. Lovely, it's so amazing. Look, it's even got protein and carbohydrates, and look at the vitamins. It's got all, it's all artificial vitamins. It's all a bunch of highly processed and refined powders. They give them to these mothers. Their natural milk supply dries up, right? Because when you're not expressing the milk, if you're breastfeeding your child and you start giving it formula, not only is it going to affect that child's health, but the mother's milk dries up. So this is part of the marketing scheme of these formula companies, was to trick women into accepting the formula, and then their milk would dry up, their milk supply dries up, and then guess what? Then they're dependent on the fake milk, the powder milk. They're dependent on that soy-based, plant-based, sustainable Nestle formula. And their children experience the health benefits like nutrient deficiencies, stunted growth, terrible digestion, messed up guts. They experience that. Okay, so these massive companies, they can do it better, right? Breast milk that your mother makes, breast milk that God has created your mother to make, to feed her children. That's bad. That's unsustainable, right? If you're breastfeeding your child, you could be being productive, right? You could be in a pod. You could be in a pod, in a bubble, making OnlyFans videos. You could be being a cam girl. You could be twerking on TikTok. You don't want to be breastfeeding your child, spending time with your child, because then you could transfer that child generational knowledge on how to feed itself. You could teach your children real things, like how to think for themselves, like how to question these false authorities that are put before them by Forbes and by these other media outlets. And no, we don't want that though. We don't want that though. We're going to tell you to stay home, save lives, wear your face diapers, keep your children on the formula, eat the kibble, so that you can become dependent, sickly, and weakened by these things. So that is the marketing strategy. A lot of these formula things. You're never going to make an artificial milk that is anywhere near as incredible as real milk. Right? You have living bacteria, live enzymes in real milk. Right? Not just human breast milk as well. Raw cow's milk, raw goat's milk, ruminant animal milk is one of the most nourishing, easily digested, and assimilable foods in the world. Perfectly packaged protein, carbohydrate, and fat. Every vitamin and mineral that the human body requires you can get from animal foods, and milk is one of the most powerful animal foods out there. But no, we got to make plant-based milk. We need shit that's made in a lab. The real thing's not good enough. The real thing's not good enough. We need to remake it in our image. Real milk is amazing. Real mother's milk, real human breast milk, is one of the most important things. I mean, the development of your child, the period when the child is breastfeeding is one of the most important times for their development. The development of the immune system, the development of their gut, their digestive tract, the development of their cognition. These require certain nutrients. This is why children love animal foods. This is why children crave meat. This is why children love milk. This is why children don't want your plant-based, diarrhea-causing fake milk, you Israeli startup company. So you're going to see more stuff like this. We talked about, just to refresh, we talked a little bit about some of these other ideas. Bill Gates' climate change investment firm bets on lab-produced breast milk. This is from a few weeks ago, from June 16th, 2020, CNBC. This second week of June, there was a slew of articles that were thrown out there by all these different mainstream sites, all about how Bill Gates' climate change investment firm, right? This is how they cloak these things. His climate change investment firm wants to produce lab breast milk. Bio milk, they call it, is targeting infant nutrition by attempting to reproduce mother's breast milk in a lab. The startup has just earned the backing of the world's top investors by raising $3.5 million in a Series A funding from Breakthrough Energy Ventures, Bill Gates' investment firm focused on climate change. The co-founders hope that the breast milk produced by biomilk from culturing mammary epithelial cells will help reduce the carbon footprint from the global infant formula market. Oh, so they always come up with these cute little ways of justifying it. Oh, we're going to reduce the carbon footprint of the global infant formula market, which is run by which is run by the companies that we invest in, right? The global infant breast milk, or what was it called? Infant formula market.
Skateboarding teens in Hawaii, right? And you just imagine them shirtless all day.
Right.
There you go. Skateboarding teens in Hawaii. They're back. But they tell you this is going to stop the carbon footprint from getting out of control from the global infant formula market. But Bill Gates, his portfolio is full of companies that are involved in this. Right? Bill Gates, one of the biggest shareholders in Monsanto. What was it, like 500,000 shares of Monsanto that Bill Gates has? Or is it more? Somebody correct me. Somebody correct me. Right? Bill Gates hugely invested in Monsanto. Guess what? Most of these infant formulas are made with Monsanto's Roundup Ready soy. That's what most of these are made from. And these destroy children's health.